All right, we are live.
All right.
Sure. Yeah, you look good.
Cool. All right.
So this little behind the scenes.
I'm not sure if anybody's watching, but we're gonna go ahead and
Nobody's
go.
watching.
So for Instagram, if anybody's peeping,
Who's out there?
We're just doing a little bit.
We're
about to record the show.
Yep.
We're gonna start going live on it for a few minutes, and then we're gonna cut you off just so you kind of get a little taste of what's going on. All right?
Just a taste.
All right.
Just a taste.
Oh yeah. All right. We
roll
ready?
Roll on 2, roll on 3, we roll on 1.
All right. Cool, man. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast.
And the frame.
I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me as always,
Eric Icarus.
Eric.
What's up, dude?
You can find us on the gram at REC Podcast. You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast. You can follow yourself.
Gulag_J_Wielden.
He has to read that off of his phone, guys. How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you, man?
Good. Quick question.
Yes, sir.
If you had to cut one out of your life, queso or salsa? Go.
Salsa.
Okay.
Wait, no. Queso.
Oh.
I like salsa, dude.
Okay.
I'm a salsa guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
hard choice. It's like a Sophie's choice of dips.
I know, man. I know. It came across my thoughts today.
Were you thinking about your children?
I was.
And then you thought about queso and salsa?
I was like, I like both of you guys pretty well. I was like, you guys are both pretty cool. We're gelling. But I was just curious. I think I'd keep queso. I love cheese, man.
Yeah, you
I
do.
need it.
Yeah.
So, and then we can hang out and we can make our own dip. Boom. There it is.
Drop of knowledge.
We've got a lot of new followers.
Yeah, we did.
On Instagram, on YouTube. So thank you guys so much.
Yes,
we really do appreciate that. I do want to talk about some etiquette, though.
Okay, what's the etiquette?
Hey, I talked to a lot of cool people. People reached out to us, talked about the show and all that stuff. Well, a certain new follower was like, "Hello." So a lot of times that's just like a bot. And I was like, so I wrote back. I was like, "Hello."
Hi, yeah. How you doing?
No, just hello. I'm not trying to keep the door open because that's usually a weird situation when it's just hello.
Yeah.
This person introduces themselves, and I was like, oh hey, I was like, I'm Roman. We Eric is the skinny guy with the glasses. I'm the bald guy with the beard. We do this podcast. You should check it out. This and that. And then this person's like, where do you live?
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah. This person's like, where do you live? And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, it was just a weird thing. I talked to a bunch of people all day.
Yeah.
And I talked to a bunch of, just, hey, can you give us a follow? Can you check this out?
Yeah.
Same thing. Let's do this. And it was super funny. I'd actually never had I legitimately thought this person was a bot, because I've messed with the bot person before.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just like a hard left.
This is turning into
nice to meet you.
Getting murdered.
Where do you live?
Yeah.
What's your schedule like?
That's the tone. That's the tone it took.
Yeah.
It was initially like, yeah, hey, hi, how are you?
So hey guys, let's talk comics. Let's have a good time. Let's talk movies. Let's talk all that. I'm not giving you any personal details. Oh, at first I thought maybe this person thought I was you.
Sure.
So I was gonna play it up from your angle. I was gonna lay some tracks for you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I chose against that. I'm glad that I felt it out.
I'm down to make friends.
Yeah. Well, this person really pushed it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think this person's like. I don't think there's any danger or anything. But it was just really funny, and I don't interact with people like that online, so I was just like. I'm just gonna go. We are going to be doing.
Oh my god!
Or before there was an MCU.
Yes.
I believe this is gonna be part 5. We've got a little something we're gonna talk about before, but we're gonna cut off the live, guys. Thanks for joining us on the live.
This is a little taste.
Yeah, we're just showing you guys, a little bit of preview before the show. If you guys like this, let us know. We might just do the first few minutes of the show every week.
Sure.
So thanks for watching Instagram Live. We're gonna cut you off here, and we're gonna continue with the show.
See you next time.
Cool. I like that.
Me too.
All right. So we're going to get back to the meat of the show, but I wanted to tell you, I wanted to share that Instagram story.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, how weird is that, right? I don't know. This, it was just a little I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like the way the question. It was just very strange.
Yeah, that is a little odd.
It would have been different if the person was like, "Oh, where's your guys' podcast located?" or
sure,
something like that.
Yeah.
But it was just like straight. Where do you live?
Yeah, where do you live at? Huh?
Yeah. It was weird. I didn't like it at all. So
a little uncomfortable.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. But Yeah, onto
Pressing
funner-
business.
Well, we still got a little bit more story time.
Oh, God in heaven.
Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. My daughter and I, we started the Legend of Korra,
Oh, okay.
the Avatar sequel
Yeah,
spin-off thing.
totally, yeah.
Dude, I'm a few episodes in. It's freaking amazing. Right now, it's everything that I want. It's like a grown-up. It's definitely geared more towards an older audience.
Sure.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. There's way more martial arts in it because the Avatar: The Last Airbender is definitely geared more towards a younger audience, but it's still excellent. But the voice acting's a little wonky in times and everything. But this was great. It kind of in Avatar, because you haven't watched it.
No, I have not.
It's very much like the Earth Nation, the Water Tribe, the Earth Kingdom, Water Tribe, Fire Nation, and they all just kind of like they live in their own spots.
Right.
Seems like they do very little in terms of like mingling and all that.
Right.
Well, this show I believe takes place like 40 years after the Avatar has died or something. And he's got kids, and there's a new Avatar because he passed away, a new one gets called. And dude, it's so cool. And like the world is very much an Asian world, and like this is almost like the industrial age of the. So there were just wagons and boats and everything in Avatar: The Last Airbender, but in Legend of Korra, there's like steam engines and dirigibles. It seems like
so it's got that kind of that what
turn of the century feel.
or steam.
It's not quite steampunk.
Steampunk?
Yeah, it's not quite steampunk.
I thought that was just healthy punk.
Oh man, that's some gentle comedy that I appreciate. I appreciate
Thanks,
that,
man.
Eric. But dude, it's excellent. Like I said, I'm maybe like 8 or 9 episodes in.
Dang, dude.
But yeah, it was.
Is the animation better?
The animation is better.
Okay,
it is better. It's still in that anime style, but like a little bit more like, Americanized.
Yeah, okay,
a little bit more Americanized.
Okay.
But the martial arts is much better. And like I was telling you, how all the nations were very much like divided, but we communicate. Like in this city, I think it's called like Republic City. Like they've turned bending into like sporting events. So it's like a 3-person team: an earth, fire, and water benders.
That's really cool, man.
Because the last of the airbenders was from Aang, our last Avatar. Yeah. So it's just like his lineage. So there's not like a lot of airbenders. So the Avatar has to learn airbending still. So it's cool. She's going to learn from Aang's son.
Wow. Okay.
So we're gonna get a lot of that. Like the chief of police in the Republic City is my favorite character, Toph's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, and like she's like a metal bender like her mom, and dude,
wow,
it's so good.
Okay,
it's so good.
Dang,
so
dude,
you really got to make some Avatar time.
Jeez,
but
man.
I really do think you need to watch the Avatar: The Last Airbender first and this,
just to get the
get the scope and then to like appreciate the jump that they take with it.
Okay, man.
Because it's a conscious jump and it's really good so far.
Wow.
So
okay, man.
I don't think I'll have it finished by our next show, but hopefully I'll have some more down. But with my oldest in school, I'm waiting for her, so it's just like
that's great.
No,
that's great.
So
that's amazing. Dude. I love that. That makes me happy.
But yes, the meat of our show. We've taken a couple episodes off. We had some things happen. Yeah. We had to and we had to change it up a bit. So, but people seem to really enjoy our Before There Was an MCU series.
Before the bang.
Yeah, and we're going forward. We ended the last part was in 2003. So obviously we would go to 2004. There's a lot of good ones. You
think?
Yeah,
because I think there's 2. Okay, well, possibly 3 good ones because of the one you like, and I have not seen.
Okay, all right.
But the rest of it is horse manure.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to change my mind.
All right.
So we're gonna start off with Blade Trinity.
Yeah.
And for no other reason than
because it came out first, right?
I don't think so. Well, maybe it did, but it's just alphabetical. So that's where my list is.
All alphabetical.
So we're gonna start with Blade Trinity, which I think is a strong. It had a strong presence. Like everybody was excited for Blade.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds is kind of this new hotness.
Sure.
In Hollywood,
right.
In terms of like we're excited. Oh, hey, that's Ryan Reynolds.
He's right off of Van Wilder.
Yeah,
Waiting,
exactly.
Or no, Waiting came out not yet, right?
I'm not sure. I'd have to.
Yeah, Waiting's 2005.
Yeah,
Waiting's 2005. So
and Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
We're wondering.
Triple H.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot again. A lot of that salsa going on.
Oh yeah,
salsa.
Totally.
But falls flat with a lot of people. It's
I'd say it falls way more than flat, my friend.
People, you can tell like Wesley Snipes doesn't really want to be there. Right? I mean, you can tell.
Doesn't want to be
No.
there. It's been confirmed.
Yeah,
he does not want to be there.
He's not ready to do. However, I still think he's pretty good in a lot of his Blade scenes. I mean, let's be real.
The scenes were
the action scenes, I guess, is what
which we could even argue that those weren't him,
probably,
because
yeah.
I read something where from David Goyer that he basically just filmed his close-ups and used a body double for the rest of it.
No way.
Yeah, dude, seriously, and I guess he basically threatened Goyer that he was going to kill him because the script was so bad.
Wow.
It was getting to that point, and he hated Ryan Reynolds and Patton Oswalt with a passion.
Wow.
Like he basically would only communicate with Post-it notes to David Goyer and sign it Blade. At least he was still in character.
Hey, man, because he's a professional.
He's a professional.
Clearly.
And then he would retire to his trailer and smoke copious amounts of weed.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds has been very vocal about this.
And Patton as well, Patton Oswalt. Yeah. And this movie is just hot garbage. I'm sorry. This movie is terrible. They managed to get Chris Christopherson back for 5 minutes, roughly, for that movie.
But he goes out baller, spoilers.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
spoilers, baller.
Killing a bunch of cops.
Yeah. Hey, in this climate, it seems... but they were familiar cops. Okay?
Yeah, they were familiar cops. A familiar is a servant of a vampire,
yes.
for those who don't know.
But these were definite bad cops.
Yeah, but
definite bad
this
cops.
movie had such an amazing premise. Mm-hmm. Blade is going to take on Dracula, the vampire to end all vampires.
Tomb of Dracula 10 is the first appearance of Blade. And... You know, it's a big deal.
It is.
It's a big deal, and it's always cool to have these, the Mummy, werewolves and stuff like that, like in the Marvel comics. Yeah. And then we get, we all wanted to see the Blade versus Dracula.
We did.
Like that's just
what it was building to it.
It was building to it. They got kind of a hot actor at the time.
I always forget his name.
He
was in Prison Break.
He was in Prison Break, but for the fans of the show, he played Heatwave in The Flash.
Okay,
and he's excellent.
Oh, he's good.
The other guy from Prison Break, like his brother, was Captain Cold.
Oh,
dude,
that's awesome, dude.
They were so good in the show. Yeah. Every time, they were so good that they gave them their own show in Legends of Tomorrow.
Nice.
Both of those guys went to Legends of Tomorrow, cool. And then Captain Cold, he ended up leaving, but they did him really cool. They made because in real life that actor's homosexual, and then they made Captain Cold homosexual.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah,
it was
totally.
really cool.
I like how they adapt that. Man.
Yes,
that's awesome.
And it made sense.
Yeah, of course.
And it was a good way. Anyway,
anyway, back to something
Blade
bad.
Trinity. Yeah.
This movie just, you can tell Snipes doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And building to this amazing fight between Blade and Dracula. I was so excited for this dude.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds does his best to keep us entertained.
Yeah.
As Hannibal King.
Yeah.
From the Night Stalkers. They do have the Night Stalkers in there.
Yes.
And Jessica Biel plays Whistler's daughter.
Yeah.
And who likes to wear her earbuds and kill people, which is the dumbest thing you can do.
Yeah. You're really just relying on your eyes for protection.
And
that thing that if a little bit of air goes into it, you close them. I'm just saying, it's not the best fighting strategy.
No.
Yeah.
And the other funny thing that I wanted to point out in this, because I was kind of prepping a little bit. I know, weird. I was watching clips. They put this blind woman in charge of the security.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and I love this actress. She's amazing. I'm trying to remember her name and what she was in this movie called But I'm a Cheerleader, which is amazing. But oh my god, dude. Why that made no sense. Why would you put the blind woman in charge of security? Because, Eric, plot.
The reason I enjoy it is because of the premise, and then Ryan Reynolds' addition, and I think that this is the first time that we say, "Hey, this guy might be able to be Deadpool."
Yes.
So I think it's important at least.
Yeah, he was definitely weighed in that as much as he could be.
Yeah. I liked the idea of getting more humans involved and just having them not be completely useless.
Mm-hmm.
So and I was like, oh, cool, Night Stalkers. Let's do a Night Stalkers movie.
Because I'm a Hannibal King fan.
Totally.
Of the comic book character, and I like Ryan's take on it.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Is he a cured vampire in the comics, or does he still have vampiric?
In the comics, he's a cured vampire.
Okay,
but he still has some of the
strength.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
I was trying to, because it's very. Venn diagram to Blade.
Totally.
So,
and in the movie, he's just cured. He's back to just being a human.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that movie, so much premise.
Yeah.
Let down big. This was sort of the start of the comic book movies, where the third one
wasn't working.
Not working.
You're like, oh no, like,
Yeah,
can
oh
you guys
no.
not finish?
Yeah.
And we do.
This
we
was
do
the
get
start
more
of it.
that.
This was the start of it.
All right, let's talk about Catwoman. Halle Berry's Catwoman 2004. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah.
I have not.
You have not. Oh my god. Okay, I think in our last review I said Daredevil was the male Catwoman, and it's totally true. It is so true. This movie is.
There we go.
This movie, when they say movies unwatchable, they literally this movie is literally unwatchable. She gets her powers. It actually follows kind of the premise of Batman Returns.
Oh, okay.
Where she works in a cosmetic factory, or not a factory, but like a makeup company.
Okay.
Gets pushed off of a building.
Okay.
And the cats come run at her, bring her back to life, and this main cat burps into her mouth. I'm not even kidding. Like they're kind of biting her, nipping at her, and then the main cat jumps up on her and burps this green stuff into her mouth.
Like a hairball?
No, like it looks like a burp. And then she comes alive, and oh man, this movie's I don't know. It's crazy to me that DC and Warner Brothers ended up making Batman Begins a year after this.
Yeah.
Because this
spoilers for our next episode.
This movie was so awful. I mean, it's so bad you have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's in the vein of The Room, like that Tommy Wiseau movie. Mm-hmm. It's that bad.
Jeez.
And Benjamin Bratt's in it. He's trying.
When I saw
he's trying so hard.
This image, I was like, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I was very happy that she didn't mess up Storm. So we've had one successful outing as Storm.
Sure.
And when I saw this, because I mean, this is the year after X2 comes out.
Yes.
Again, like same thing. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Now I wonder if she thought she was going to be like the representation. You know, black girls can be superheroes.
Sure.
I was Storm. Now I'm going to be Catwoman.
Right. Selena Kyle. Well, her name's not even Selena Kyle. It's
right?
Patience something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which whatever. I don't mind you. As long as you're sticking to the essence of the character, who cares?
Yeah.
But if you're going to change the name, just make it a different character.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to watch it. I couldn't stand it. And she was doing like a lot of promo stuff with it. I remember I saw it was like a happy birthday for Oprah, and she like did her happy birthday as Catwoman.
Oh.
And like her happy birthday, like she was like kind of like she had this like weird like arch to her, and she was like happy birthday Oprah. It was so stupid. Yeah, I was like, oh no.
So what have you done? And she looks like she just. I mean, that costume's just horrific. Dude.
She looks like she's trying to get into bondage, but she's also confused about being a furry.
Yeah,
and she's like, I'm gonna go and see who takes me.
Exactly.
Yeah. See who takes me.
And there's no middle of the road with those two.
Regardless,
those two
I smell like cat pee, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Okay? So you're probably gonna be okay with the bondage people.
Yeah.
They like humiliation, so that's what's more humiliating than that.
Yeah. I think she was hoping to have a better cultural impact, but you know what? She doesn't get that much grief for this. Like I think we really put this. Yeah.
She's that amazing of an actress or actor or whatever, and she's just so good and everything else.
You could say it's because she's hot. You could just say it, okay?
I think she's hot too. Don't get me wrong, but she's an amazing actress too. Come on, Monster Ball.
Yeah,
come on,
make me feel good, bro. Make me feel good.
Can you make me feel good?
We had a very, very cool film come out in our vein, but more in your vein, and it was Hellboy.
Yes,
Mike Mignola's Hellboy. Directed by our boy Guillermo.
Oh, yeah.
Who had washed his hand, because I guess he had a hard time working with Wesley as well.
Because he wanted him to come back for Trinity.
And he was like, nah, I'm good.
He said no.
Hard pass.
He said no C.
Yeah. And this is big because this is a very, very legit adaptation of Seed of Destruction, of some other prominent Hellboy storylines, and it's so dark. Yeah. It's interesting. It's macabre. It's culty. It's all of those things.
It's a really good movie, and
quasi Lovecraftian for people like me who don't care about stuff like that.
Which I love.
And you do.
Yeah,
so
it's got hints of it.
Yes,
just peppered in there,
especially in design on some of the characters. This was huge because even though it wasn't a commercial like box office success, I think it killed in DVD sales.
Oh yeah,
and it had a huge cult following.
Huge.
This made me go back and read because this movie made me appreciate Mike Mignola's art more.
Oh, big time.
Because it was just, it's always, it's blocky. It's
right.
He's got his own style.
And it works for Hellboy.
It's perfect for Hellboy.
Yes.
And it's almost like this was my Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, there you go.
I was able to. I saw it. I was like,
yeah.
oh, this is what he sees.
Yes.
But he puts it down like this.
Right.
That's how it felt to me.
That's a perfect way to say that.
And and it made me I went back, I reread Gotham by Gaslight, I read some of his X-Men stuff that he had done. And it was, I don't know, this movie really did, of this movie that I think that there's good movie, or this list of, I think there's good movies, this one is towards the top. Towards the top.
Big time. This and the sequel.
Yes.
Just amazing. Of course, you got to give, I mean, everybody's hitting home runs, especially Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
As the titular Hellboy. Talk about perfect casting. Yeah. Come on. I mean, he was born to play Hellboy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just, he's like, okay, RDJ, Iron Man, we always make that reference, but yet Hellboy is Ron Perlman.
I'm not a big Selma Blair fan.
She was fine in this.
She was. Like, this was a Rosetta Stone for her as well. Where it made me, she's just not for me. I don't know if she's a good actress or not. I don't find her to be.
Sure.
She was in an episode of Friends where she was awesome.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
where she was like trying to seduce Chandler on Christmas or something.
Yeah.
And she was. That was like, I was like, oh, this was great. Like her whole shtick in there. Yeah. There are parts of her as Liz that I really like, and then other parts I'm like, see, that's the style I don't care for.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm not gonna say she's bad. It's not a style that I like. But I liked her Liz, and then I liked her a lot in the second one.
Totally. And with David Hyde Pierce as Abe Sapien.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad that our boy, oh god, what's the body double?
I always forget his name.
Doug Jones.
Doug Jones.
Yeah, I'm glad our boy Doug Jones gets his due in the. He came off. Yeah, he came off and he got his due. But he's the body double in the episode, or in the show. Man, the movie. Jesus Criminy. And I think he's great. I think he's great. Awesome. He had the movement, and I'm glad that he got his chance later. But yeah, David Hyde Pierce as the voice, it did add that. It
was perfect.
It did add that
the elegance. Yeah,
the elegance to it. That everybody in Frasier, if you take a drip of that and put it somewhere else, it just makes it elegant.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And this has one of the my top scary movie moments.
Oh, what's that?
Oh man, when the doctor, or his Hellboy's dad is alone.
Yeah. And the dude with the eyelids.
Yeah, and the blades comes down, and just the way he walks down the stairs,
and the sounds that
and he's like, I see the puppet. Where's the puppet master? Yeah. And he, oh my god, just the way he just, good. It's giving me chills because it's that. It creeps me out. Creeps me out.
Great casting.
Oh yeah, good act. Like everything you said at the beginning describes this movie perfect, and it's in my top 10 superhero movies.
Really?
Legit. This and the second one, to me, it's kind of
the same
one movie.
Like
one big movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
I wish they would have got to do their third one, but this is definitely like, if I had my top 10 non-MCU movies, comic book movies, this might be like top 6.
Wow.
Yeah, this might be up there.
Okay.
I was excited about it. Like I said, even though it wasn't commercially successful, it did enough to garner a sequel.
Yeah, totally.
And that sequel did enough to garner the talks of a third one, and then they just ended up rebooting. So it did, because of the success of this movie, we got a total of 3.
Sure. And let's not talk about the reboot.
It has its moments, but we'll talk about it at some point. Now, with Hellboy, that's a kind of an off-kilter comic book.
Yes.
But we had something that really deserved the comic book treatment in Incredibles.
Oh, man.
The Incredibles comes out in 2004.
Yes, it does.
And this was, and still is, the best Fantastic Four movie that we've ever seen.
Yes, it is.
And they knocked it out of the park. They created their own universe while borrowing. Sure. Standing on the shoulders of others, but creating their own style.
Yeah, getting their own style. Mm-hmm. This story, to me, it's the story.
Yeah.
It's just a really good story with superheroes in it.
Yes.
It's about family.
Yeah.
And I just love how every character in this movie, their power reflects their personality. The mom stretches.
Yeah.
Because moms are, for the most part, they have to stretch themselves thin and over and everything, The Violet is, she's
a wallflower.
So she blends in, puts up force fields, and Dash, everyone knows that kid or has that kid as their brother or sister who just won't slow down.
I know, it's crazy.
Mile a minute.
Yeah.
And then Dad, who's just the rock of the family, if you want to think of it that way.
Yeah.
Just strong, stable, But Got's one of my favorite all-time supervillains.
Yes.
Ever.
Syndrome
is voiced by the amazing
good.
Jason Lee.
Jason Lee. It's how I envision myself had my heroes wronged me. And I've outgrown you.
Oh, bomb boss line, dude.
So good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this one, fits in our, it's in our wheelhouse.
Oh, big time.
And they ended up doing some comic books later. I read a couple of them. They were very much geared towards a younger audience,
Sure,
so it wasn't much for me. But yeah, this was great. It was nice, and I was like, oh cool, like watch this and then make Fantastic Four.
That's you had a template.
Exactly.
Brad Bird laid it out for you, man. Come on.
Yeah, he said this is what we can do.
And Frozone.
Yeah,
come on.
The unofficial Incredible.
Yeah.
Because he deserves his own team.
He does.
Like, there's some really excellent fan art because, like, his wife his name is Honey.
Yeah.
So like, there's some great fan art where they've drawn Honey, and then she kind of like wears like a honey gold costume.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's like a bee. Like,
yeah,
bee powers.
that's awesome. Dude.
And then they have like a daughter that has a fire power, and then it's just like some cool fan art.
Hey, maybe we should take Catwoman off.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I don't want our viewers having to look at that every 10 seconds. But again, oh my god.
I just had to bring up Catwoman because I was so terrible. But yes, thank you. Yeah, no more pictures, guys. I apologize. I'll throw up the pictures for you.
Yeah,
I'll fix that in post. But
God, Incredibles. Yeah,
it was incredible.
It's incredible. That's all we gotta say. Sequel was good too. I liked it.
All right, Punisher. For the time, hear me out.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Dude, that's a good movie. It's not a good Punisher movie, but it's a good revenge tale. It's a funny gangster movie. It's got great actors. I mean, what do you want, dude? What do you want?
Dude, that movie sucks.
You liked it when you first saw it.
Okay.
You liked it when you first saw it.
Okay, all right. Let me present my case here. Okay. Like you said, we didn't have John Bernthal.
I have to pull up an actor, so that's why I'm looking at my phone.
We didn't have John Bernthal. Okay, and we didn't even have Ray Stevens. And for the time, this movie was fine, but Marvel at this time was too afraid to put like their real comic book villains into these movies, so they kind of gave us John Travolta playing Howard Taint.
Howard Saint.
Oh, Saint. Oh, sorry,
Howard Saint.
And we get another wrestler in this. We get Kevin Nash
as the Russian
Waldo, which is awesome.
Yeah,
because it looks just like Garth Ennis's book.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was the one scene in there. I'm like, this saves the whole movie because it's pulled right off the page, dude. And big ups to Thomas Jane for acting his buns off. Yes, dude. He was the Punisher for.
Don't say taint and then say buns, okay? Like
they might not know what taint is.
Oh my gosh!
I just misspoke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did
it was a slip of the tongue.
The flip of the tongue
on the taint.
Taint no fang. All right.
Did you like Punisher still? Do you still watch it? It's not even Cuban.
Okay, it's not even Cuban, Howard. I haven't watched it in a while, right. But I did watch it a couple times. And even when I came, so here's my story of the movie. I was helping doing a theater open in another city, and we needed to come back, and nobody wanted to stay late and preview that and Kill Bill.
Oh wow!
So
you took the bullet. Huh?
I was of course. I was like, I'm gonna double feature this thing.
Nice.
So
okay.
I watched,
Revenge, baby.
I watched Kill Bill first, and then I watched Punisher right after.
Kill the Castles.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I was like, these they both kept me awake.
Sure.
Because I'm watching them at I got out at 7 in the morning.
Oh yeah, dude.
Something like that.
Kill Bill's long.
It's long. And look, it's a fun movie. It's not a good Punisher representation at all.
It's really not.
When he's torturing that one guy and he's using the popsicle. No,
Punisher would use the blowtorch.
Frank's taken something.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And even when you give him what he wants, he's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So
you're
that's your reward. I'm gonna keep taking things until you die.
Yeah. Right, and you quick. You give me what I want. I quick.
I'll kill you quick.
Yeah.
It's not vengeance, man.
Yeah.
It's punishment.
It's punishment. He's not the venger.
Yeah, exactly.
There's this. I was watching clips of this today.
Okay.
And there's a scene where it's after his family's slaughtered at the family reunion they have in islands, as you do.
Yeah. As rich white people do.
Exactly, and it's funny. He's rescued by this islander, I guess.
Yeah. Casa. Isn't that what he's doing? Something like that? Yeah. I haven't seen it forever, but yeah.
That's yep. And then he comes back onto the beach to the house where his family was murdered, and he finds the Punisher shirt.
Yeah.
It was lame. Because his son bought him that shirt.
Yeah,
That's how they explain the shirt.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be funny if he found like the world's greatest dad T-shirt or something.
Oh my god!
He's all like it's all dramatic, and he's like,
well, it's not the first time he's played a dad that's got his family killed.
oh my god, he's just good at that.
Yeah, they're like, look, we need a guy
who's good at this.
Yeah, who's just a letdown with his kids. All right,
who can we get? Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane, he's in there.
You remember that movie Thursday, real quick?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Good movie.
Remember when Thomas Jane was really trying to get a second one made? Yes. He did that short Dirty Laundry.
Oh, Dirty Laundry.
Yeah, very cool.
Very awesome.
Cool.
That is the Punisher.
Yes.
Busting people in the face with a whiskey bottle, which that's not going to hold up.
Yeah, no.
But
it's Will Patton as Quentin Glass.
Oh yeah,
like his closeted right hand man.
Yeah.
For Howard Saint.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which was he was fine.
He was great in it.
He was great. He was menacing.
Awesome actor.
He's just good. Yeah.
He's just always. He had that like weird like renaissance for him where he was in like Gone in 60 Seconds, Remember the Titans, Punisher. He was just like everywhere.
Yeah. I never thought of that.
Yeah, he had like this weird
kind of
he was the guy, and I was like, yeah, this guy's awesome.
He's a good side dude, you know.
Wasn't he in he was in Armageddon as well.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
not Chick. He was the best friend.
Yeah.
Again, best friend, right hand.
Yeah.
I just like how he gets murdered in Punisher. Spoilers.
Yeah.
He killed me. Howard, don't.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
Talking about Jim Bowie.
Yeah, Jim Bowie. Yeah. Okay, the movie's stupid, but it's fun. Okay.
It's funny because
if it's not called The Punisher, do you like it a little bit more?
Oh, a sconch. I think John Travolta should have been the Punisher because his pun game is on point in this movie. Because
it should have been like the PUN.
Yeah, he's the Punisher. Yeah. Because remember when his son comes in and says, "Hey, where's Quentin? He's wrapped up in something." Well, where's Mom? She took the train.
Yeah. Oh,
See,
man.
he's the Punisher.
Yeah, he read the script wrong. I think he's like, "I'm gonna show these guys how to pun. I'm gonna show them."
So I don't know. Rewatch it. You might not like it.
Here we go. I'm gonna put a little star next to Punisher. Okay, I'm gonna put a star next to Incredibles and Hellboy. Okay, I'm not gonna do Blade Trinity, but I like the Punisher. I'm gonna watch it again. It's not a good Punisher movie, guys. I swear. I understand that. It's a good Thomas Jane movie.
Okay. If you frame it that way,
it's a good Thomas Jane movie.
I like
yes,
it.
I did it.
I can believe that this guy carries around a fire hydrant in a duffel bag.
Totally. He's like kidnapping fans on the street. Like, hey, can I get a picture with you? He's like, sure. And he like puts him in the van. He's like, you guys remember that popsicle scene? And then he popsicles his fans, but then he lets them go.
Yeah, hey,
because he's a nice Punisher.
He's a nice Punisher.
A movie that I really enjoyed, and I sing its praises, and it is campy, but it's just a good time. Sky High.
Haven't seen it.
Kurt Russell.
Not Tim Allen.
Not Tim Allen. Not the late Kelly Preston.
Yes.
And they're not the stars, but it's about the children of superheroes and supervillains that literally go to a high school that's for their kind. For like superpower, and not even there's actually like normal people at the school too that don't have, or they have lame powers.
Sure.
Like the sidekicks, like there's a sidekick class, and all your guys from Kids in the Hall are in the movie.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, like 2 or 3
all my
of them
boys are in there. Yeah.
And they're hilarious.
Yes.
And it's just about them like going to school, discovering their powers. We follow Kurt Russell's kid. Like Kurt Russell and his wife, their characters are the most like the best superheroes on the planet.
Okay.
So their son is like, he's gonna be, but he doesn't have any powers yet.
Oh.
So we see him get his powers. We see like the goofy stuff at a high, like it's a couple notches above a Disney movie, like a straight to Disney channel movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's a couple notches above that. Which
it looks like something Robert Rodriguez would direct. It's got a Spy Kids feel to it, dude.
It does.
You know?
No, you're absolutely right. And
there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's not trying to be anything else. That's the thing. If it's trying to take itself seriously, then the
movie's
terrible.
Then we have a problem. Yeah.
But no, it was just super fun.
Yeah.
I love the idea of the Runaways comic.
I was getting ready to say, why didn't Fox say, oh hey, they did First Class for us already. Let's just take the premise of this.
Yeah.
And the kids being at school, some of them have lame powers and have to maybe save the other X-Men through just being smart.
It's
or I don't know.
There's something there.
There's
definitely
something there. Yeah, and it looks fun. I'm gonna watch it. I'll check it out.
It is
a
a fun one. It has a young Danielle Panabaker, a younger Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh wow. A younger Kurt Russell.
A younger Kurt Russell than today, of course. And he, oh my god, he has like one of my favorite lines in the movie, because Bruce Campbell plays the janitor, and his name is Sonic Boom, and he's a shouter, so like he's like, line up, and the kids,
nice.
and stuff like that, and he throws Kurt Russell's kid out of class, and so when Kurt Russell's on the phone later, he's like, he thinks he can throw my kid out of class? Sonic Boom, more like gym teacher, man. That's a great dad joke. That's a quality dad joke.
That is a good dad joke. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's a great movie. If you guys haven't seen it and you have kids, and even if you have kids in their 5th grade or something like that, they might really enjoy it.
Okay, I'll check it out.
And it's bearable for you.
There you go.
And it has a cool twist in the story. It's fun. It's really fun.
I'm down. I'll check that out, man.
And as most of our lists go with these, we're ending on a high note.
Yes, we are.
This might be the last time we end on a high note. I'm not going to lie.
I think so.
But arguably, to this day, fits into the pantheon, I think, Spider-Man 2. The Curse of Dr. Octopus. I don't know. No, but back then, you just called your movie that movie number 2.
Right, yeah.
You didn't have a
fancy addendum to it or something.
Even the Iron Man movies kept that going.
Yeah.
But after that, we have Civil War,
Dark
Winter
World.
Soldier. Yeah. Ragnarok. Like, we actually treat them like comics. Volume 1.
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
So that works.
Yes.
But yeah, I know what you mean. So, Marvel on the whole is very just like, hey, let's get fancy with this.
Yeah, because that's how people talk about comics. Like, oh, did you read Annihilation?
Oh,
did you read? Yeah, like it's like a comic book is.
Okay.
Did you read? Because like Winter Soldier is a comic book,
right?
Okay. It is a story.
Okay.
Ragnarok is a story.
I didn't think of it that way. Wow.
The Dark World is not a story, or maybe it is, and it's just
barely
not,
a story in the movie.
Yeah. Sorry, but
that movie had potential.
Marcus and McFeely, they wrote that too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So
yeah,
you can't always get what you want, but if you try, sometimes you get what you need. Okay, but Spider-Man 2, which we all really enjoyed. Spider-Man 1 does not hold up.
Nope.
But
gets everything moving.
We like Tobey Maguire.
We love Tobey Maguire.
He's doing the Spider-Man thing. We're okay with Kirsten Dunst.
We love J. Jonah.
We love
JK.
And back to our Legend of Korra thing. J.K. Simmons voices the son of Aang.
Oh,
and he's awesome. Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
on this.
Anyway, just tying it back in. And then Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. They took our fat, goofy, I'm gonna get you Spider-Man bowl cut.
Yeah.
And they made the best Doc Ock to date.
Yes. In
comic book form, in film,
I would
cartoon.
say arguably one of the best villains in any comic book movie.
Hands down.
And I would say a very good villain in cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Molina brings this amazing just pathos, like where you could tell he really wanted to make the world a better place, but he's just tormented by genius and hubris, where he's like, I've got to succeed no matter the cost, except for his wife. I think that's obviously what pushed him over, made the inhibitor chip break or whatever, which I think is funny how, he's trying to do this fusion thing, but, these sentient tentacles, they just glaze right over that.
Right,
right. That's already an amazing invention, dude.
Look, guys, I'm going to be real with you. I made sentient technology, but it's cool. I put this not shock-resistant chip to guard it. It should be fine.
Yeah. If someone rubs their feet on the carpet, he's done.
Yeah. We don't work with electricity at all. Yeah, we're not literally trying to harness the power of the sun.
Yeah, right.
Remember? In the palm of your hand?
Yeah, and he's got the goggles.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad they tied that in.
I did. Yeah. It makes sense. It makes so much sense. And to your point about the tentacle, like, what a cool idea.
Yeah.
What a really cool thing. And I think we gloss over the fact that this can be viewed as a metaphor for brain injury.
Absolutely.
That how people change when something traumatic happens to them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, the way that, and I love how he's like, no, listen to me. And they're like, and he's like, listen to me. And they're like kind of like quiet. They're almost like snakes too.
Oh, yeah.
And it was cool. Arguably the greatest video game tie-in for a movie. Definitely the greatest one at that time.
Right.
GoldenEye, obviously, it's an
that's a given.
Yeah,
That's
but video game movies tend not to be good. But the
very
Spider-Man
good.
2 video game was excellent. It came out a bit before the movie came out,
nice.
I believe. So it kind of follows the story, but doesn't ruin the story. The one thing it did ruin is that when, like, it's very much like you can tell that the tentacles are talking to. Like, they're not making noise, but anytime Doc Ock is, like, talking around, like, you see, like, the ones, like, up there.
Right,
It's almost like this one's dominant or something like that.
That was getting ready to bring that up, is if you look at all 4 of the tentacles, they all do something a little different.
And they're all shaped
one is
different, too.
grooming him. It's more like I hesitate to use the word feminine tentacle, but it's the one that's grooming him, making sure his hat's on straight. The other one's doing a lot of the grabbing and fighting. It's
and
a lot of detail.
Different.
Yeah,
they're all shaped different.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So much detail put in, and a lot of people probably didn't notice that, which is funny.
I think I'd say that a lot of people did notice it because this movie, people loved this movie.
They did.
This is still
It's
people
got the
still
train scene.
Whenever we're talking about the greatest comic book movies, when you're with your friends or whatever, and you're doing your list and it's all MCU, somebody will be like, "Oh man, what about Spider-Man 2?"
Yep.
And then somebody else will be like, "Yeah, and X-Men 2."
Right, but Spider-Man 2
is better than X-Men 2. It's better. It's better because it's well rounded. Whereas X-Men, it has strong acting, but it's got great action.
Sure,
it has great action, which is what we were starved from so much from the first X-Men movie.
Totally.
So they gave it to us in the second one. So it's got a different feel. This thing is got an interesting story. The stuff going on with Mary Jane and Peter and Mary Jane and Harry.
Yes, that's right.
And we do have that Harry storyline where he's like trying to figure out who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
He's trying to fill his dad's shoes. He's James Franco has is not just being the best friend to Peter. He's trying to make a name for himself because his dad is gone.
Right.
And the world doesn't know that he's the Green Goblin. I don't think.
No, not
because Peter doesn't. Peter takes the costume off of him.
Yeah,
and that's why. And I mean, great way to end Spider-Man 1, by the way. But I don't know. It's got a lot. This was the best of all of those actors doing those characters.
Everyone just.
It was the only one that really made the most sense.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And casting great. And if any of you out there have not watched Spider-Man 2. Or not watch it, like go just watch the train fight scene, and you'll go watch the whole movie again.
Yeah, that train fight scene.
It's still up there in some of the best action pieces in a movie for me.
Yeah, my boss was at this film convention. It used to be called Show West or Show East. They do exist, but anyway, when he got back from that convention, they'll show pieces of that was what they showed them. They showed them the train scene. He came back and literally was, "Hey boss, how was the convention?" He's like, "Roman," he said, "Spider-Man 2 is going to be amazing." I was like, "Yeah, I'm really excited about it." I was like, he's like, no. And he told me what he saw, and I was like, "No way." Do you know Joey Diaz is in that scene?
Yes, he is.
That's crazy, right? He actually gets to talk in a Sam Raimi movie.
Mm-hmm. You have to, what is he? I forget what does he say. He's like, you got to go through me too.
Yeah. It's like, yeah,
he's all,
yeah.
I got the courage now.
Yeah, he's like, you ready, Doc?
I'm Coke Man. They call me Powder.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh man, Powder. Remember that movie?
Superhero movie, kind of, sort of.
It's a sci-fi. I don't know. I'm not talking about Powder right now.
Anyway, but real quick, this movie also has an amazing allusion to a comic book cover with the Spider-Man costume and a trash can.
Yep, it's the Spider-Man No More storyline.
Yes, I remember seeing that. I'm like, wow, Raimi, you did your homework.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody hits a home run. Arguably one of the best villains in cinema history and just comic book film.
Yes.
And it's just so great.
Because this is the one, too. Like, I haven't watched Spider-Man 2 in a long time. Mm-hmm. This is the one also where his powers are glitching, right? Mm-hmm. And it's great. It's like you got to choose between the man you are and the man you want to be.
And self-doubt is... You're always your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Is the thing. It's great.
I'm trying to remember what movie that is where he's like the man you are... and the man you are going to be, one day they're going to meet. Yeah. And that's what that Spider... and that's why Spider-Man, for me, is the greatest comic book character, because we can relate to all of those things.
Absolutely. And it's hard to argue that.
Yeah.
Because when you say that and put it in perspective, he is us.
Yeah.
Peter is all of us.
And just like in Edge of the Spider-Verse, Peter always said anybody could be under the mask, you know? And it's such an important... Like, Spider-Man is so important.
We can't even talk about it in the Spider-Verse. Yeah. It's such an amazing... I gotta shout out that one scene where he's about to jump off the building.
Yeah.
And then he has a flashback, and he's like, "You won't know. Yeah. It's a leap of faith." And you're like, "Oh my god!" Then the score kicks up. That Black Caviar song. Oh my god! Yeah. What's up, Danger? Come on now.
What is up, Danger?
Yeah, come on.
You know?
What's up? But yeah,
and,
dude, Spider-Man 2.
and Alfred Molina again just
Killing
really just brings it up. You know, brilliant but lazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude,
He
he's
said you're lazy.
Yeah. And man, just keep dragging that lizard tail across our lips, trying to just gild that lily. You know?
we were initially right. Raimi wanted Lizard for
Lizard
3.
and Morbius was going to be were going to be the villains for 3, with talks of Craven, and it just started to sound like it was going to cost way more than they wanted to
pick
spend.
one, man.
And
been great.
but you know, I think he felt like I don't have much. Like I don't know if I get another bite at the Spider-Man apple now,
right?
Because Spider-Man 3 was.
Yeah, they ended up bringing this character in.
We don't talk about that until later.
We will.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there, and all I got to say to that is, now take on this.
Kids, that's our show. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. You have been, so thank you so much.
Yes.
Tell your friends. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think of these movies, man.
But don't ask us where we live.
Don't ask us where we live. That's weird. Yeah. And it was just like, nice. Where do you live?
Like the voice changed and everything.
Dude, yeah. Like it totally, became something else. Eric, I ended up starring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 movies out of this list of 7. That's what I'm saying. It was a decent year.
What did we star?
I starred Hellboy. I starred Incredibles. I starred Punisher.
Okay.
I'll give that a half star for you.
Sure. Okay.
Sky High and Spider-Man.
Okay. So it wasn't as terrible.
Blade Trinity, I give it a half for me.
Sure.
That's a Roman's.
Catwoman gets nothing.
Catwoman was the worst. Catwoman is too bad.
It is too bad because Catwoman is awesome.
It's a great character.
It's an amazing character.
We'll see how Zoe Kravitz does.
Yes, she'll be great.
I don't like the head sock thing, but we'll figure it out.
It's a callback.
Yeah.
To that one guy I don't like. Okay, I love him.
Okay, all right. Do you have any last words for us today?
No, I should have saved the dig on this for that.
Yeah, you should have. I should have just ended the show there.
You should have just
cut it. And if you were paying attention to us on Instagram at all, let us know if you like that kind of live feed thing. And
yeah, we're just trying to
do some
more. We'll do a couple more.
It was kind of fun.
Yeah, we'll see. We're only going to get better.
All right, kids. I've been your host, Roman Chavez.
I'm still Eric Icarus.
And we will catch you on the next podcast.